From News Channel 7, time for 7 First Alert Weather.
When you think about this weather, you want to think about it as a day of transition, okay, more than anything else. Not that we had so much in the way of precipitation, but the winds brought in some cooler temperatures. I'll show you just what happened as you see the clear skies outside. Here's the high today, which looks pretty good, and you're looking at that thinking, when did that happen? Okay, that looks pretty nice. That was at 7:30 this morning, 51 degrees. After that, we dropped into the upper 40s for actually most of the day until about 3:30. And then we dropped down to upper 30s to right around 40 degrees. It's been that cold now for about the past 3 or 4 hours. Wind chills has been a part of that. If you look at the current temperature, you see the current there in Twin Falls, and you see 38 degrees for Boise. So these temperatures are coming down. And the winds, well, they're out of the northwest. They're those cold, chilly winds. And so it did drop that temperature here throughout the day. And as you look at this, these are some of the wind gusts. And a wind gust was in Twin Falls of 40 miles an hour at about 10 o'clock this morning. In Boise, the winds were blowing at about 5:30, 6 o'clock up to 20 miles an hour. They've been doing that throughout most of the day. So when you look at the wind chill right now, it's 29. It's really chilly. Yeah, you step outside, it's not even vaguely familiar. We've had this before, and it wasn't that long ago. So it was nice to see the temperature getting up warmer yesterday, but we've had this drop in temperature as you look at these temperatures that are across the valley, as well as some of the mountain locations. So that 51, that happened early this morning, but we take it. That was the high temperature for today. So on the average is 48 degrees, but that's no indication of what the temperatures really were when you look at the low of 43 and the temperature average low is down to 30. So now we're down below average once again. And the winds will be a little different tomorrow. In the morning, they'll be somewhat light, so you won't have as much wind chill, but it will still be there. It's still cold in the morning. And then in the afternoon, those winds start to pick up out of the southeast as that storm tries to push to our south. Now, this means that the storm is trying to get out of our area. But in the meantime, we're going to be seeing these light snow showers that will happen off and on. So high temperatures for tomorrow, well, we'll get up around 40 degrees, and that's about it. Expect your wind chills in the upper 20s as well as the lower 30s. And this is something else you can watch for here also in the Futurecast. See these little isolated scattered snow showers? Nothing big. We're not really looking for anything large in the mountains either. But eventually, through tomorrow, you might see a snow shower come through, and then it breaks up. Then you get another light one, and then it breaks up. But I don't think there's much accumulation there. And even in McCall, there's a possibility of a 1 to 2 inches of snow. We've been talking about trying to get more snow up in the McCall area, but it just hasn't been happening. And as you look here for the next couple of days, you see we're only looking at about a 30% chance for Wednesday and Thursday until this storm moves out. Then you can see a few of those isolated thunders or isolated snow showers. Or maybe even isolated rain, but in this case, mostly isolated snow. Then it dries up. Okay, look how the temperatures start to warm up. So we only have 2 days. You see this? Wednesday and Thursday, if you're following me here, then the temperatures become a little bit more mild. The winds die down. They hold there through Monday and Tuesday. And then when you look at the 7-day forecast, 10-day forecast, I should say, you'll see most of those temperatures still remain in the mid to the upper 40s. And then the nighttime lows, we got a couple of really cold nights for Friday and Saturday. It's still cold, but we're up around 30 degrees. I'm talking subjectively on this sort of thing. When you look at the Magic Valley, not much in the way of snow, but you're going to have a lot of wind. And your temperatures will be in the low to mid 40s getting into the weekend, the next week. And in the mountains, it looks like some pretty good snow again, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. We're going to try it again. So it's going to be great to get some of that snow back into some of those mountains. Oh. And that's the possibility. We certainly do need it. And that part of it, even though what we're getting right now, is putting the snow in the mountains.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Saturday looks like a perfect day to go
does.
to the mountains.
I know you get out, you ride bikes even at 38 degrees.
Oh, yeah.
So.
It's Idahoans. Yeah, we're wearing shorts then. That's right.